Ruby, guess what?
What?
This is episode number 10.
10?
10
Oh no!
weeks.
Really?
10 weeks.
10,
10s across the board.
Boop, boop,
10s across the board. What are they serving? 10s. Or jazz hands.
This episode is brought to you by the number 10.
Girl, can
Listen,
you believe
congratulations.
I can't believe we made it this far without killing each other.
I was reading some statistics this week, you know, because as I established last week, I am the executive producer.
She's good at business, allegedly.
I was looking at the statistics, and apparently 10 episodes is like a huge percentage of people never make it past like 3 episodes.
Really?
3 to 4 episodes.
So they get discouraged?
They get discouraged. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't immediately get a lot of audience. And all of a sudden they're like, well, I don't know.
Well, we're masochistic, and we're still not getting a ton of audience. But
I think
it is growing a little bit.
We like to have an opportunity to beat each other up every week.
Well, and
that's why it is called the Punching Judys.
I see growth every week.
I guess we should start the episode.
I guess so, huh?
We got into all this.
Yeah.
Like, here we go.
Here we go.
If you like your tea with a side of shade, just sit right back, cause you've got it made. These girls are here to gab and tish, and they do it all with a sassy swish. Always dusted, never busted, it's true, don't you know? Always dusted, never busted, it's the Punching Judys Show.
Welcome back. Hi. Hey, listen,
What?
we were talking about that dress. That Jamie Von Stratton, Javon. Oh, it's a glamorous, beautiful.
Well, do you know where I got the idea?
Out of your little head.
Well, my head's not little, but
It's.
you've seen the show Palm Royale?
Oh, I have.
So,
Isn't that got Carol Burnett in it?
Carol Burnett, Kristen Wiig,
Ooh,
Allison Janney.
That's a fun. I love
Ricky
Allison
Martin.
Janney.
Allison Janney's character is literally just me.
Yeah.
And all of her fashion is amazing. And so we kind of took inspiration from one of her outfits, but made it more like sexy and see-through.
Mine comes from Charo. Do you remember Charo?
Yeah, of course.
That was the inspiration for this dress.
Love Charo.
Gucci, Gucci. Gucci, Gucci.
No, Charo's amazing.
She's still around.
I know, she's incredible.
I mean, she's wheeled around mostly, I suspect.
No, she's lively. She was just on Drag Race like a season ago.
Really?
Yes.
Apparently she's like the Latin Dolly Parton. She's gonna live forever.
She really,
and she looks
honestly,
good.
she is like the Latin Dolly Parton. They're kind of like the same.
She was always fun.
I think there's a holy trinity actually of big busty women.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton,
Yeah.
Elvira,
and
Charo.
Well, that's true.
They're like Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
It's sort of like that, isn't it?
We
love them.
One titty waistline and
every
the holy
single
Botox.
one of them, friends of the gay community. That's right.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
well,
fun.
And Elvira is part of the gay community.
Well,
now.
that's right. We
That's
just
true.
found that out a couple of years
A couple of years ago, yeah. She's got a wonderful girlfriend.
Yeah, she does.
they're-
Which is marvelous, really.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the Elvira as
Oh,
a lesbian.
how could you not?
I mean, that's just a great turn of
I
events.
mean, I'm not even a big Halloween fan. I know there are. Listen, I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's just not my holiday, really.
Well,
My holiday's mostly my birthday.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because people think you're wearing a Halloween mask 25 days.
Why are you? Listen,
Girl,
here we are, 10th episode, and you're already being a big old bitch.
Here's the thing, though. I just tried to insult. I just tried to insult you, and I fucked it up.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus, good Lord. Listen. I got what you were dropping there.
Yeah, it's frightening.
Well,
Hard.
Anyways, I think we should get on to favorite things. Yeah, favorite things.
Favorite, lots of things to do and see. Favorite, all the things we love.
Hi,
back.
we are
Okay,
back in
listen.
our favorite thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. Listen, being with you, I'm going to say this, and I don't want anyone to take it wrong, but being with you is actually one of my favorite things this week.
Aww.
Yeah, I just, there's not a lot of people that I can just treat shitty like this and get away with it.
I'm tough.
But, I have a contract that says, hey, you can treat me like crap, and it's part of the whole
I can treat.
show.
Hey, you know what? I give it right back to you.
You do.
We just roll around a big pig pen full of shit together.
Yeah. Well, we didn't call it the Punching Judys for nothing.
Exactly. We've got to live up to our
listen,
brand.
don't you be attacking Louvel because I will punch you. We're Judys.
And
at
hey,
the end of the day, we might be punching Judys, but we're
still
Judys nonetheless.
Because who else can you be mean to other than your best friend?
That's right. That's right.
We'll always be bosom buddies, friends,
That's right.
sisters, and pals.
That's right,
you
girl.
don't know the lyrics?
Oh, what was that song? That song we used to end shows with.
Oh, yeah.
You
and me.
We're the kind of people other people would like to be.
Oh,
Wandering free.
I think
love
they
that
just
song.
need to get that much.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if they're lucky, they'll see it again in person.
Well, we're hoping for June, right?
You're hoping for June.
I've been looking for a really good
Venue?
event place, you know.
Well, I think that it's going to happen. We just have to start putting pedal to the metal.
That's right.
June's right around the corner.
I've been looking for a real good venue.
Yeah.
Something really glamorous.
Glamora.
Yeah. Well, at least sort of glamorous. Well, a place that has chairs.
I love a chair.
Well, at least folding chairs. I mean, I don't like.
They'll have pews.
I don't really like standing room kind of places.
They'll have pews.
Yeah. Well, we could do it at church. Yeah. Because we're so family friendly.
Dear Lord. Thank you.
You're gonna do this, really?
This dumb bitch
No.
that I have to sit next to every week.
You love me.
I do.
You do.
I do love you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
Mwah.
folks. I don't want to kiss
All
you.
of a sudden, listen. All of a sudden, this is like
We're giving them a peek behind the curtain. You see, like there's the curtain.
Yeah.
We're peeking. Oh, hello.
Yes.
Ooh, behind the curtain. Oh, there we are.
Oh, put it back up. Oh, that's much better.
Yeah. So as you can see,
that is much better. That's improved the whole
This is
program.
how we're gonna do the show from now on.
That's right.
Oh, it's like I'm like a priest and you're giving me a confession.
Yeah, well,
Ruby, what would you like to say to God?
Well, I would say you basically
I've been
remind
mean
me more
to my
of the.
best friend Louvel, and I've treated her like shit.
I'm gonna start calling you the Lizard of Oz.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it like a snake tongue.
Yeah, well, you can't do a lot of things.
Well, that's a sister.
That's right. That's right.
You can't do shit.
So what was your favorite things this week?
Well, we haven't talked about yours.
No, I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Wow, she really is feeling it.
I'm
isn't
feeling.
she?
Listen, it's our 10th anniversary.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm
really looking forward to like our 25th though. That's gonna be exciting.
or our 50th.
Yeah.
Or 100th.
Well,
We'll see if we get there before
before I die.
Well, that's true too.
That's right. Or you kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you.
No,
You can't kill evil. You're like that Chucky movie. There'll be like spin-off movies if I try to kill you.
Yeah, but
You'll like come out of a vat of acid, all like.
all right.
I'm coming for you.
So what's your favorite thing, girl?
My favorite thing is a podcast.
this week, your favorite thing this week.
My favorite thing this week is a podcast. Yeah.
Are you being disloyal? Are you listening and watching other podcasts?
I mostly listen to podcasts. I listen to ours.
Well, that's because you're editing and ordering.
No,
You're
I listen to
editing
it after. There's this really, really fun podcast I listen to called Ghost Huns.
Oh.
And it's these two British girls.
Uh-huh.
And they're like BFFs just like us.
Uh-huh.
And they're kind of cheeky.
Are they mean to each other like
They're
us?
not mean to each other like we are, but they're kind of cheeky with each other. And they tell ghost stories.
Oh.
And it's so much fun.
What's it called?
Ghost Huns.
Ghost
Like,
Huns.
oh, hi, hun. How you doing,
hi,
hun? Hi,
Oh,
hun.
Ghost Huns.
Hi, hun.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Oh,
But
hi, hun.
one
And
of-
are they from the UK, did you say?
I said they're British, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to tune in.
They're great.
Yeah.
And
Tell
one
me
of
about them. What's their names?
I don't remember their names.
Let's see. I see how you are.
I don't remember their names.
Well, that's all right. As long as you remember the name of their podcast. We don't care if you remember our names as long
One
as
is
you
like
remember the podcast.
Hannah something.
Yeah.
And she was on that show Traders. Have you ever seen Traders?
Oh, it's
With Alan Cumming?
yeah.
But she's
I have
on the
not
UK
watched it, but I've
version.
been hearing a lot about
She's
it
on the
lately.
UK version, so there's no Alan Cumming on the UK version. He's the US host.
But isn't he British?
He's Scottish.
Oh, he's Scottish. That's right.
Scottish.
Well, he's from the
Scottish.
UK. I should have said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see from how much longer. Those
Well,
Scots always vote for a referendum.
I know
every
they're
few
always
years.
trying to get away from
I don't
them.
blame them.
Well,
But anyways, Ghost Hunts is fun. They kind of remind of us.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, what's
these
your favorite?
two-
What's been your favorite episode so far?
They did a really spooky episode about a story where a girl, she was in the car with who she thought was her boyfriend, and then he suddenly started turning to her, and he didn't. They were on the highway driving, and he wouldn't take his face away from her. Like he kept staring at her as he was driving the car and like smiling. And so she ended up being stuck in this car for hours and hours and miles and miles.
Oh my God!
This fake husband, and his like eyes started to change color. And so she eventually killed herself at the end because she was like trying to get out of this weird limbo.
Oh no!
So she opens the car door and jumps out at the end.
Oh no!
It was so spooky.
She was on bad drugs.
I don't know what it was.
Something was going on there.
It was spooky.
Listen. Do not go in the car when you're doing mushrooms.
Don't go in the car with Ruby. Let me tell you, I've tried to drive with this bitch so many times, and she is the worst backseat driver. Louvel!
Well, if you knew how to drive,
I'm a fabulous
you're
driver.
Terrible.
No,
listen, she's a terrible driver.
Y'all, listen. This girl,
she's terrible.
She sees a tin can rolling across the street, and she's like, "Oh, there's a hazard in the road." It drives me nuts.
Oh, you are crazy.
And
listen, she's lying again.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, you are.
I think I'm telling the truth.
I think you are.
One time there was a stop sign, and she told me to stop at least like 20 feet.
Listen, she was going really fast.
I was not going fast.
You were going pretty fast.
Going fast is like 15 miles per hour for you.
She was like, I was like, are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop?
Well, listen, girl, you can't get a driver's license, so you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Oh, well, that's true.
You are not a person.
I am a person.
No, you're not.
I just can't drive.
Not according to the state of Washington, you're not.
I am. Whether they like it or not. I am a licensed, I have a LLC.
Oh, yeah?
Under my name.
Well.
That's right. So I am a legal entity.
Girl, in America, businesses are people.
That's
more
right,
so than
and
people,
I'm a business, so there you go.
I guess that's the right way to go about things.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got the Miss Ruby LLC. And I am an absolute corporation, and so I'm a limited liability corporation.
Yeah.
That makes me a people.
Are you
just ask the Supreme
we should
Court.
Start lobbying politicians.
That's right.
Who should we lobby next?
I don't want to lobby any of those jerks. Anyways,
I want them to
enough
wait
of
out
those. Listen. So that's a kind of a fun thing, really.
Yeah, here's the thing. I love podcasts. That was why I was so excited when you asked me to do a podcast with you.
And then you realized what it was, and then you weren't as excited.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I've had fun.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's really sad that this will be our last episode. No, I'm joking.
It is not true.
It's not our last episode, sadly. No, I don't want it.
It's our last episode in single digits. Though,
it is. We're going into double digits.
Actually, last week was the last episode in single digits, and we did not celebrate.
Double digits.
Instead, we fought about who was the boss.
Well, I still am not convinced that you are.
Well, I am convinced that I am. So
where does it say that?
In the contract.
It doesn't say that. You can't read, girl.
We talked about this on Thursday.
It's fine. We'll just move on.
All right. Anyways.
We'll move on.
Oh, yeah. So that's great.
Yeah, I loved it. I think we should read scary stories in October.
Oh, well.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I don't know.
If we each came up with our
Actually,
own
we
scary
should
story.
ask everyone to send in their scariest
advice.
Advice.
That'd be fun.
What terrible advice they need. That gets pretty scary. I think we got some scary ones today. I'm wondering.
We'll find out soon, won't we?
Yeah.
Scary.
Well, my favorite thing this week is Are you trying to write a new theme song?
Scary advice. I love that part last episode where we banished the evil spirits in the studio.
I did too.
We had a good...
I really cracked myself
Our
up.
magic really was effective. We haven't had any ghosts, hosts, or ghouls at all.
It's been much better today.
Yeah,
much
saved
better.
the day.
Yeah, I did notice you didn't put one of the bloopers in the episode, so that'll definitely go into what a future episode.
Girl, okay, you obviously want to talk about yourself.
I love talking about you.
No.
Listen, I spend a lot of time listening to you talk about you.
I spend a lot of time dealing with you, so I get it.
No, this week I was. It was just me this week. I had that visitor last week, and hi DK, and all I can say is I decided I needed some me time, some me time.
As opposed to any of the other times that you exist on this earth, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna make everything about me all the time. That's me, Miss Ruby.
Yeah,
just sitting there, being selfish.
That's right.
A narcissist.
Well, I'm not quite a narcissist.
I don't know. You might be.
Well, I might be. Listen, I don't. It could
Miss
be.
Ruby, let us talk about your psyche.
Listen a moment. Let me get on the couch.
You, my darling, have showed many, many qualities of a narcissist.
Listen. You know that's not true.
You are a vain,
No.
self-centered.
No.
I don't know what kind of. Again, I always try to do these Russian German voices.
And they're never any good.
They sound.
She likes to think she's Meryl Streep, but really she's more like I don't
Streep
know.
throat.
Yeah, she is more like Streep throat.
That's true. I got
Better
this.
than deep throat, though.
Hey, baby,
Oh.
I do that too.
Well, once again, you just never know when to stop, do you? You are bad.
Yeah,
you. Are.
I
Listen,
know who's listening to
Oh
this.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Hey, no. So what I did is I
What?
made an appointment
Yeah.
and I went to the spa.
Oh.
Yes.
They let you in?
Why wouldn't they?
Well, because you're kind of a liability for them, don't you think?
I don't think so.
This whole body of yours could just sort of fall apart at
No,
any moment.
No, that is not true.
Oh, is spa for you like a McDonald's ball pit?
Oh, that is not. You know that's not. Anyways, I went and I got a facial from Martin. I love his facials. They're wonderful. Oh, I see you're thinking dirty thoughts. Why do you do that? You just cannot help yourself.
I didn't say anything.
You did. I see that. I just. Oh my God. You are a terrible human. You know that?
I'm just saying that you are doing this to yourself. But continue.
No.
No, please. I want to hear all about Martin's facial.
Well,
what did he use? What did he put on your face?
Well, he uses that.
Was it thick? I imagine it was. It was a facial.
Listen.
Please tell me all about Martin.
He did a resurfacing treatment.
Oh.
Yeah, with a fruit acid stuff.
Girl, that's what they're calling it now. Fruit acid. Shit. I didn't know that. Fruit acid.
Look, my face looks.
Times have changed since I was a little girl. We used to call that spunk. They're calling it fruit acid now.
No, that is not true. Martin is not that kind of a guy.
I'm pretty sure he is for somebody.
No, not for me.
Martin.
Martin he's just a wonderful facialist, really.
Okay, go ahead. Keep talking
You know,
about Martin.
He's a professional esthetician.
I love a
really.
good esthetician.
You know, he's an esto, really. Esto.
He's an esthetician.
No, he is. Oh, Martin, I apologize.
Esthetician.
Oh, shut up. You are
Hey.
being very, very disrespectful.
How? I'm a homosexual
But-
too.
Yes, but who said Martin was?
You just told me he gave you a facial. With his fruit ass.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you about Michael and my full body
gee.
massage.
Oh
Then.
no, girl! Was this did you go to Steamworks?
No. I went to a very nice facility. I shall not mention their name
Okay.
because they aren't paying us for that.
No, yeah.
But and I had to pay them a lot. It was very expensive.
I love a good facial.
Yeah, it was. Well, I bet you do.
Okay. Well, did did it soak a little bit?
Well, they had the steam room, and I loved that. Like I love a steam room. Why are you making that face? Oh Lord, you are just terrible. You are just terrible. No, I do love steam. I love the steam. Oh, good God.
Just keep talking, Ruby.
You just make this sound terrible.
Ignore me.
No.
All right, okay, hang on.
All right, listen. Enough of this. We're going on to miscellaneous.
Oh my God.
Put a missile
A missile?
with any anus.
Oh, Miss Ruby.
What you'll get is miscellaneous.
Well, welcome back.
Hello.
Hi.
We're back.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous.
Did you get your... you went and peed, didn't you?
I didn't do that.
Oh. Well, then what were you doing outside? I saw her squatting on the lawn.
Yeah, no, I was, picking grass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's
Smoking
right, folks.
grass more like
Listen,
it.
people, that's the thing. It's like Amazon warehouses up in here.
Uh-huh.
I'm not allowed to use the toilet. She
Uh-huh.
makes me go and pee on the lawn.
That's not
Squats
true.
like a fucking dog.
That
in a
is
little
not true.
Gatorade
No,
bottle.
that's not
One of her
true.
discarded wino bottles that she has. Because let me tell you, if you saw the room we were in, you would just see discarded wine bottles everywhere.
That she drank.
I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, well, that's what she
Very
says.
often. I don't.
Very often.
Very often. I'm not sober.
Yeah,
Not sober, but I'm
Yeah.
moderate. I'm
Yeah,
moderate.
well,
I'm
you know.
moderate.
that's what they say. Well, anyways, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
We are here.
that's right.
And I have to say,
we're queer.
I'm not queer.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a straight woman.
Oh, yeah. In your brain.
Christ please help Ruby find the light and go away from her devious homosexual ways.
I can see the light right up there. Oh, you are just... Listen, that is silly. You're just being silly now.
No, when I was
I'm being serious.
I saw God in the grass.
I am being serious.
I saw God in the...
You know what?
Huh.
I think we need to tell these people about how I was right and you were wrong.
No, I think that we can avoid
No.
that.
I was right and she was wrong.
About what?
Yep, I was right.
I don't know.
About the cruise, about H.T. Haggerty. I was right. I was right.
Were you?
And you were wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about,
You
Ruby.
know what I'm talking. Listen, she went down to Panama after I had told her this was a scam. I can smell a scam from a mile away. And she went down there, and guess what? Tell them all about it. Tell them all about that wonderful cruise that you went on. Go on, tell them all
Ruby,
about it.
I think it was a lovely cruise.
Sure it was.
You know, the men loved me.
Yeah.
HT handed me a nice big check.
Yeah.
It was $50,000.
Which is why I had to buy her a ticket to fly home. Because
shut up.
There was
okay, I get it. It wasn't a real cruise.
There was no
Haggerty. Cruise.
There was
just an empty parking lot with a garbage can.
That is
okay?
right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
And who paid for that ticket to go down in the first place?
I don't know.
She said,
I don't know who did.
H.T. Haggerty said he'd give me the money when I got there. So I bought the damn ticket, and I went down because I wanted to go on the cruise, and I was going to prove Miss Ruby was wrong because she is not the businesswoman she claims to be. And then guess what?
It was a much smaller cruise than I anticipated.
There was nobody and there was no cruise. That's pretty small.
When you don't sell enough tickets, they have to cancel the charter.
I don't believe there ever was a charter.
Well, how would you know? You didn't come.
Listen, I just know.
Well, I got something better down in Panama.
No, I bet you did.
A few
a
mosquito
nice Panamanian
bites.
guy.
Got a couple mosquito bites. I think I got some Zika while I was down there.
You got something.
Giving you all the Zika now.
Listen, I'm pretty pleased with myself being right again.
You hear that, folks? She said, I am pleased that you were in mortal danger.
That's right.
That you were the target of homophobic pirates.
That's right.
That they were trying to come and steal your kidney.
That's right.
And you know, I had a good time.
I told you
I
told you it was a scam. And
well,
you
girl,
would not
I almost
believe me.
got kidnapped.
You fought with me over that.
I almost got kidnapped.
And you know, the thing is after that whole thing with Louvel, you'd have thought you'd have learned something.
It was Louvel.
I know.
Louvel. Louvel.
Louis Edward Vale.
Well, I almost got kidnapped.
I know.
I'm so glad that you don't seem to care about my well-being and safety.
I wouldn't have sent you that ticket. But coach, of course.
I almost got
all the way to come back from Panama. That was not cheap. I think I paid over $700 for that one-way ticket. And I will be putting that in your contract situation.
That's how you know more episodes will be coming, because she's just putting more on the charter.
That is right.
Oh,
you owe me that $756.87.
Oh, God.
You know?
Well, let me tell you, I learned a lot about myself on that trip.
Yeah, all these things you always end up learning about yourself.
You know, I learned that Panamanian pirates are not very fast. I can outrun them. I don't know if
even in high heels.
Maybe I can outrun all sorts of pirates. Maybe this is like what's that? Treasure Island? Maybe that was the beginning of a Treasure Island.
She came home and she kind of snuck in the door. She went to her room. And as you know, we do not spend a whole lot of time talking to each other at the house.
Right, we try not to.
We really try to avoid each other.
Yeah.
But I went to her room door and I tapped and I was like,
Louvel!
I was like, and she was like, what?
I said, hello.
Who was right, Louvel?
This is not Louvel. This is her boyfriend, Josiah Walker.
Nope.
I'm Josiah Walker, Louvel's boyfriend.
No, there's no Josiah Walker.
Yes, there is.
No,
that's my boyfriend's name.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Well, in the context of this podcast, it is Josiah Walker, I've decided.
No, it is not.
It is. You have Arlene, I have Josiah Walker.
Oh, well. Josiah.
You don't get the joke?
I do get the joke. But I'm still waiting for you to admit that you were wrong, admit that I was right on public television or whatever this is.
This isn't television.
It's YouTube.
It's not even public. We choose to make it public.
Well, that's true. But I'm waiting for your apology.
I'm
And
not
I'm waiting for you
you're
to
not-
acknowledge that I was correct.
No, I'm not apologizing.
Oh, well.
Because you know what, Ruby? There have been many times in my life where I've taken chances.
Uh-huh.
And guess what?
You usually get screwed.
But sometimes they turn out to be
you are
legitimate.
Listen, you are easily scammed, and I just try and keep eyes out for you because listen, when it comes down to it, I love you, girl. And it makes me sad when you're trusting, sweet, you're kind of a easy mark because you're such a good person. You're not the kind of a person that distrusts people necessarily.
I mean, I do.
Which is why it was easy for me to get her to sign a contract for this show. But I care for you. I don't like to see you get in these situations like the Louvel situation.
Louvel? If anyone's going to steal your kidney, it's going to be me.
Well, I actually think I have your kidney in my contract.
Oh, God. Jeez, Louise.
But no, listen.
Huh.
I was worried about you.
Yeah.
And she snuck off. She told me she wasn't gonna, and then she did it anyways. And then I get a call. I get a call in the middle of the night, and she's like, "Ruby, there was no cruise, and
They were Panamanian pirates.
These guys, and they were trying to catch me.
They had torches.
I need to get home, and I don't have any money."
They said, "We want your kidney
Oh,
really
Lord.
badly.
And I
It
was
sells
just
for really well."
I was like, "Okay, girl."
Well, girl, did you know that gay kidneys are worth more than other kidneys?
No, I did not know that.
Yes.
I don't
Gay
believe
kidneys
it.
are like unicorn blood.
I don't believe it.
It's true.
Well,
They're so used to filtering all that alcohol that they and party drugs.
Listen, you're trying to change the
They're
subject because
stronger.
you don't want to say I was
Well,
right.
I'm informing you why they hunted me down. They said
Yeah.
that's a homosexual. That kidney is worth a lot of money because they get what they do? They give it to the drug lords' wives, and then they can handle all them drugs and alcohol, and that's how that works. The gay kidneys, they can withstand a lot.
And look at the name. She can really spin a tail, can't she?
That's what it is.
She can really spin a tail.
My kidney, I found out my kidney was worth $8 million. I should just take it out myself.
Anyway.
Sell it to some lady.
I'm not going to get the apology. I'll be lucky to get the cash.
You won't get shit from me. You can't put blood from a stone, girl.
So there we go. That's what happened this week. While I was at the spa, you were off with the pirates.
Well, where did I tell you I was going? That I was going to spend time with my boyfriend in the cabin.
Did. Josiah
Walker.
But I knew it wasn't Josiah in the room. That's why I kept saying, no, not Josiah. It's not Josiah in the room. It was you.
Well,
I do know.
in another life, that was a wonderful experience. I made lots of money. And that's just the reality that I have sadly been foisted into.
Well, I'm pretty sure the next time that this thing comes up, you will take my advice. Not likely.
Well, I got another call this week.
No. Listen, I want to.
Well, it was a really weird call. They said, Louvel, you owe the IRS $5,000.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me.
No, I'm kidding. I don't owe them shit. I do my taxes.
Do you?
Do your taxes, honeys.
Oh, yeah. That's coming
your
up.
Fucking
That's
taxes.
coming up.
Oh, it is
yeah.
coming up.
Yeah. You pay your taxes. Don't get yourself in trouble
I
with
dated
them.
a man, and it wasn't my last one. It was the one before that.
Oh, yeah.
He had not paid his taxes in like 5 years.
Now, you can't really say that on the internet.
Really?
No, we're
Well,
going
they don't know who he is.
Well, they could. I don't think it would take a whole lot to figure it out.
Well, that's fine. I don't like him anyways. Hey, that's not true. They don't know who I've dated.
No, that's true. Listen, I one time worked for this guy, and he had
worked for the IRS?
No. But listen, I used to have a lot of friends who worked for the IRS.
Yeah.
I had this couple that I was real close to.
Yeah.
We used to. They were real wine connoisseurs, and they taught me how to. That is not. It was a married straight couple, for Christ's sake. Anyways, they would go around. They worked for the IRS.
Oh shit.
And they would go around and repossess rich people's stuff.
Oh, that sounds
like
fun.
they would steal fancy cars.
Did you get anything out of it?
Oh, I did not.
Well, then that doesn't matter.
I got some nice tips and some great stories, but they one time stole a plane. It was
Well, they didn't steal it. They repoed it.
Well, they repoed it. They had to hire they had to bring in a really good pilot, and they snuck into the airport.
Oh my
and
God.
they found the plane, and then they took off with it.
That's wild.
I think it's really crazy.
That's
don't
sort of
you?
like secret agents.
I know.
Repo agent man.
It feels
repo.
it feels like a series on TLC.
Yeah, we should have a
Yeah.
series and we repo the repo.
The
sisters.
repo stories, that could be another
The
podcast.
repo tapes.
Yeah, almost like those gals that do the spooky stories.
Oh yeah, we'll do stories of the repossessions.
Yeah, repossession
Instead
stories.
of possessions, they're repossessions.
That's right.
The spooky story of your car getting impounded.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Hey, listen, we got merch coming.
Yes. Well, I know that we made a bunch of it in preparation for the cruise.
Well, you know, I didn't, and I don't remember anything about that. But I got some wonderful stickers coming.
Yeah.
And we'll probably talk about it more next week.
Yeah.
Kind of celebrate our 10th anniversary here.
I know. Here we are.
And they're going to be fun. And what we're
They're
going to do is whoever comments
Mm-hmm.
on either YouTube or Instagram or TikTok
or TikTok, any of those.
or any of those, if you make a comment, a nice comment,
Nice comment.
no crappy
Unless
comments,
it's about Ruby, then it can be as mean as
and
possible.
then send us an email
yeah.
at
The
the Punching Judys, JUDYS
at
gmail.com. We will send you one of our Punching Judy stickers
for free.
Yeah,
And
for
you
free.
can put it on your water bottle.
That's right, or
you
you
can
know,
put it on your car.
your
you
know
can put it
book
on your
that you carry to
laptop.
school, or
You could give it to your friend.
That's right.
And they'll say, "Oh my God, what is the Punching Judys?" And you'll
Yeah.
say, "It is this fabulous podcast
These
I
two,
listen to.
these two crazy
It's a
bitches that-
variety podcast, cabaret, Carol Burnett kind of thing.
Yeah, it's mostly a hobby for two people that probably should be
They're
institutionalized.
two crazy folk, and they just yell and argue for over an hour.
That's
They're trying
right.
their best to cut it down
That's
below
right.
that, but they
But
argue for a long
listen,
time.
they're pretty cute. They're pretty cute stickers,
cute
and they are
girls.
free. But we're just asking you to take a moment and make a comment. And
Yeah.
really, we're just looking for some feedback and to know you're out there. We like our listen. We have some fun folks. I think about some of our listeners that are so
fans.
great.
Our fans.
We'd like to give you a little gift to thank you for your time. That's
my
all
mother,
it comes to.
my own mother listens every week. Patty.
Oh, hey,
Hi,
Patty.
Patty.
I love Patty.
She's
I
great.
finally followed her.
She just
Yeah.
went to Disney on Ice with my little
she's
niece
great,
and looked
yeah.
cute. I love ice
Yeah.
skating.
Yeah, my mother does not follow us.
That's okay.
Because
I would be
she's-
ashamed of you too.
Well, she's not ashamed of me, but she's still working.
Yeah.
She works at UPS.
Oh.
And she's basically she's packing material these days. And my dad passed away though. He's,
Oh, sorry.
He
I
was
didn't know that about you.
yeah, he was one of those packing crates. You know.
Oh.
Yeah, the styrofoam ones.
Oh, girl.
He was a good man, really.
Yeah.
But
What was his
my
name?
mom was kind of after he died.
Well, she's gone to pieces.
she did. She's basically packing pieces at this point.
She's gone packing peanuts.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Well, I love her though.
Well,
Every
hey.
bit. I love every bit of her. Honestly.
I bet you do.
Yeah, she's.
We love our mothers.
she's all right.
Mothers are special.
That's right. They are.
Mothers are very special. I love my dad too.
Yeah.
Love my dad too.
Yeah.
I have great parents.
You do.
And it
You
sounds
do.
like your
You
parents.
do, and you're young,
I'm young.
and you really should appreciate
Dumb
them.
and
I
full
was
of cum.
thinking last week though, you're sitting there telling them that you lied to them, and then you lied to them. I was like, oh
well,
my
they
God.
know now. They know now.
Yeah, well, I was just like, oh, what a
Well,
bad kid.
I was a desperate little homosexual.
Yes, you were.
It
You were
was-
desperate.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
When you grow up like a little old gay in
Yeah,
town,
yeah.
it's a hard life.
It's a hard knock life
For gays.
It's a hard knock life.
For gays. No, honestly,
Hey, did
though.
I tell you that I saw that in the original run on Broadway?
No, you didn't.
And that Sarah Jessica Parker was in it at the time.
Was she Annie?
I believe she was.
Oh,
If she
wow.
wasn't, it was Danielle Brisbois, and she was one of the orphans. But I know that
Brisbois.
I got her.
Signature.
Signature, yeah.
Oh.
Well, I lost it over the years moving around, but she was. Oh, listen, that was a great play. I loved that show.
It's a musical, darling.
Yeah, well, it was a musical play.
A musical.
Well, it was a musical play.
Plays are musical plays.
That's right. A musical is a musical play.
A musical is but it's a musical.
A musical is a musical play.
A musical is a musical, but it's a musical play.
Okay. Whatever you say.
It's not an opera.
No, it's not.
Not an operetta.
No. No, but that was. I had a great time. I saw the chorus line at the same
That
time.
must have been as long.
It was-
long.
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Long,
You know I'm an old girl.
long,
I'm an old gal.
long,
Oh,
long,
please stop with the long.
long,
But yeah, that, you know,
long.
it's a hard knock life, and that's that.
long,
Oh, shut up!
long time ago.
I am not that old.
You're not? Baby, we're all old in technicality because matter cannot
They
be
did have
created
color. They did have
or
color
destroyed.
TV when I was born, so you know. Only a few
Your
people
face
had it.
tells me you didn't know what color TV looked like because those colors don't match everything.
All
girl.
right, I've had enough of your nonsense, really. Whew.
Should we go on to bad advice?
Well, I don't think that could get any worse.
Probably not. All right, here we go.
All right, bad
advice.
advice.
We told you once and we told you twice. We can't recommend our bad advice. We can't recommend our bad advice.
We got 2 letters here.
Do we?
Do you want the long one or the short one, girl?
Well,
let's see.
Let's see. The long one is from who?
Nod, you ready?
Not you ready? And the short one is
Am I a cheapskate? Am I a cheapskate?
I go with the long one.
Okay, we'll go with the long
Let's
one.
go with the long
first.
one. Ready? Please don't do a voice this time.
My dear Judys,
Uh-huh.
you've asked me not to do a voice. I'm going to do it as plain as possible.
All right, that's great.
My dear Judys,
Uh-huh.
my boyfriend and I have been dating.
This
for
sounds like a
about 3
voiceover
years.
from some sort of a
Things have been good,
Ivory
but I'm
Coast
not
movie.
ready.
Yeah, you know.
My dear, my dear Judys,
All right.
my boyfriend and I have been dating for about 3 years.
All right.
Things have been good, but I'm not ready for marriage just yet.
Uh-huh.
I've been very clear about that with him. A few weeks ago, we went to a big party for his dad's birthday.
Uh-huh.
He was acting odd, but I didn't think much of it. Then, during the event, he got down on one knee and proposed to me in front of his friends and family.
Oh, no.
I didn't want to humiliate him, especially in front of everyone he cares about.
Right.
So I said yes. Everyone cheered. And he looked so happy. I felt horrible for misleading him, but I didn't know what else to do. On the car ride home, I told him privately that while I love him deeply, I'm not ready for marriage yet.
Oh, my.
And I've only said yes to avoid embarrassing him in front of everyone.
Wow.
I felt that being honest and private was the best thing to do. He got very upset and,
Well, of course.
and said I'd humiliated him even more
That's
because
right.
now he has to go back and tell everyone that we're not actually engaged. He said I should have just said no at the party if that's how I felt.
Oh, sure.
I feel terrible that I've hurt him and I put him in this position, but I also feel like he put me on the spot in front of everyone without considering my feelings. We've yet to tell his family or anyone, and they keep calling and texting and giving their congrats, which is upsetting him even more.
Yeah.
I'm seeing videos his friends post online of him getting on one knee, so it's pretty public now.
Yeah. Well.
So should I have just said no in public, or was I right to spare him the embarrassment?
Well, now this
in
is
the
a
moment?
conundrum. What's her name?
Nadja Reddy.
Nadja.
Nadja Reddy.
Nadja, this is really a conundrum, really.
Listen here, Nadja.
Yeah.
I think you're a cruel asshole. Cruel asshole.
Do you really think it would have been better for her to just say no in front of all his family?
I would have said no, and we've talked about this.
Really?
Yes.
But they hadn't. Well, yeah.
Because now she's the asshole in this situation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Actually, I just changed my mind.
Oh, yeah?
He's an asshole. I don't like him. Because
Well, you remember several weeks back, I remember we talked about the surprise thing. Everybody doesn't
nobody likes
like
surprises.
a surprise.
Most people don't like surprises.
So I don't know.
Listen.
I find that this surprise thing that people,
Well,
you know what, I think-
engagements are surprises.
well, not really.
Well, no, there's a discussion, but so you talk about it
Right.
preemptively,
Right. You
And
say,
there's sort of a,
would you like to marry me? And the
Yeah.
other person's like, yeah, I
Yes,
think I
I
would like
would.
to marry you. And then they're like, do you want to marry me like sooner or later?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, probably sooner. Let's go
Yeah.
look for a ring.
Yeah.
And let's look for a ring together.
Oh, I see. That's the nice thing about being a man. You don't really have to go and buy a ring together. I just say, this is the metals I like. I don't want gold, and you do
Well,
it.
Yeah, but
Well, I've been engaged.
Yes, I knew.
Do you
that.
remember him?
I do.
Well,
I do
Do you remember
remember him.
he was the heir of that tuna fish fortune? You remember that?
I do remember that you smelled like tuna
All the
often.
time.
It got kind of bad.
You don't remember him?
I do.
Jason Neptune?
Yeah. Well, I thought it was Nepson.
Oh, it is Neptune. Jason.
You just called him Neptune.
Well, well, he had a big trident.
You know,
But
she was marrying him for the money.
I was. Do you remember how that extravagant engagement ring he gave me?
I
It
do.
made me feel uncomfortable.
It was big.
It was too big.
It was.
I'm not that blingy.
Well,
you know?
as I recall, you liked it.
I did not.
You did.
I did not.
Yeah. Well,
But anyways,
why
Nadja,
did you always flash it around?
Because it looked good, but
Well,
it
you
wasn't
know,
me.
yeah.
Wasn't me.
Right. She's such a humble little thing, you know. Look at this. Humble. I would call it, if I ran into you in the street, I'd be like, humble. She's very humble.
I agree. I do. I'm a humble beauty.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm very.
But yeah, I do remember. Listen, I think that people have got this idea that I think they've watched too many movies.
Right,
And
where
they
it's
think,
like
they think that it's
surprise.
like this surprise thing. It's great in the movies, people.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like I'm giving good advice again, but the first rule of any relationship, and this is why we do so well,
Right.
is communication or the lack thereof.
Yeah, if you don't communicate at all, you don't have any problems.
That's right.
Because you don't have to talk to each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's kind
We
of
dish it all out on camera, folks.
That's right. But, you know, honestly, if you want to have a good relationship,
Mm-hmm.
he should have asked first.
I
think she
agree.
should- I mean,
Well-
honestly, I think she should have said, well, this is rude in front of his whole family and said, you know,
She
I have
already-
told you, I don't know how many times that, yeah, I want to marry you someday,
Well, here's the thing.
but I don't want
She
to
said
marry
they
you right
already talked
away.
about it.
Well, they did.
She already said
Yeah.
but she already said I don't want to get married yet.
I'm not ready.
So he was pressuring her.
She made it very clear. It feels like he was trying to put on a big public display and make her
and strong arm
the bad
her.
person.
I think she should just suck it up at this point.
And marry him?
And marry him. And now for the rest of her life, she has to hold a harboring resentment.
Well.
She has to harbor, for the rest of her life, she has to harbor resentment.
The harbor of resentment.
We don't like the harbor of resentment.
Let's just change the Shill
That
Show
was the
Bay
name-
to the
that was the name-
harbor of resentment.
No, girl, that was the name of the cruise place I went to in Panama.
Oh, it was
The
not.
harbor of resentment.
But that's how
Girl,
you felt.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I just feel, you know.
I do feel like I want to name some place the harbor of resentment.
Have you been to Deception? There's
Deception Point, yes.
There's Cape Disappointment.
There is Cape
I
Disappointment.
love Cape Disappointment is one of my favorite places.
Actually, harbor of it would be great next to Cape Disappointment.
Cape Deception, Cape Disappointment, the harbor of whores,
Harbor of despair.
harbor of despair, harbor of resentment.
That's right.
Yeah, I think you should just get over it at this point. You said yes, even though you were lying, and now you gotta.
Well, was she lying? Was she lying?
She said she didn't want to marry him.
I know, but she wasn't lying. She said she does want to marry him.
Just not
she
yet.
just didn't really agree to have it be like that.
No, she's just not ready at all.
That's right. But she said she would like to marry him. She loves him. She's into him. They've been relatively happy for however many years.
She does.
Well, here's the thing. She loves him, and she said she wants to marry him eventually.
Yeah.
But I just think he's a jerk.
I think that he's some.
But here's what I would do. I would call his family and tell him, hey, he's a jerk. Yeah.
I would just break up with him at this point.
Would you?
That's always usually my advice.
Well,
with these men.
your advice usually involves murder.
Well,
As I
here's the
recall,
thing,
I recall, it's usually let's kill somebody. Let's do some murder thing.
I haven't said that in a few weeks.
One or two, perhaps.
Well, I thought it was very incriminating of me to say it too often, so I just decided to. Because if you do go missing, I will be the first suspect.
That's right.
I just think that, this man, he was trying to put on this big kind of macho, like, I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're going to have to say yes. And at that point, everybody will be watching, so you're
manipulative.
It's shitty.
Manipulative.
So I would just say yes, marry him now,
Yeah.
and make his life a living hell.
Oh, listen. Get
Have
rid of
8
him.
kids with him.
Get rid of him.
Make
You
him
do not want that
stop-
drama.
No.
Don't.
Stop working. Be
Yeah.
a stay-at-home mom,
No.
which is fine, by the way. I'm not saying anything.
No.
about a stay-at-home
That's.
mom.
But you
just-
don't want to be with him.
No, girl.
No.
If he's gonna do this
No,
to you,
listen.
stay with him.
What?
Resent him.
No,
Stop.
no,
Have
no,
8 kids.
no,
Stop
no,
having sex
listen.
with him.
Do not punish yourself to punish him.
Please.
That's
do.
what you're saying.
Well,
You're
cheat on
saying-
him.
No.
Yes.
No.
Girl, this
I
is
think
bad
you need-
advice.
I think you need to. Yeah, I'm giving bad advice. I think you need to humiliate him, not humiliate yourself.
Well, she wouldn't be humiliating herself.
Oh, yeah, she would. She'd spend the rest of her life raising kids and living with a jackass.
Make him your meal ticket.
No, he's not.
Make him your meal ticket.
A guy
girl.
like that is not going to be a meal ticket. He's a jerk. He's going to be that guy who never keeps his damn job, and he's always hates his...
She didn't say... She loves him.
Oh, well, that's... that. But why would you love him after that?
Well, life is complicated, girl.
Well, it's not
We
that
just
complicated.
fled at the first sign of harm.
No,
We'd be like you.
no.
Alone, without Kermit, without Alf, without without Jack.
Why are you bringing it back to my love life?
without the Nutcracker?
Listen, my ex.
And girl, I saw you. You were texting Elmo the other day. That was a new.
I
low
was
for
not
you.
texting Elmo.
You know, Elmo. He might be as old as you are, but his brain, there's something not right going there.
No.
He thinks he's like 12 years old.
I
still.
cannot believe you're talking about this again. We have
I'm
had a
just saying.
conversation. We have had numerous.
You want to give advice to
All right,
these people?
listen, we're just going to get zip it. We know who's
I
at
think I'm going to
fault.
write my own letter
That's right.
next week. I'm going to
Oh,
write my own letter.
sure.
It's going to say, Dear Judys,
Mm-hmm.
how do you deal with a roommate who is so cold-hearted and evil?
How
But
do you
they
solve
make
a
your
problem
skin
like
crawl.
Louvel? That
My
girl makes me
roommate
want to go to hell.
Made me go all the way down to Panama
Uh-huh.
to get her a rare
I didn't.
stone,
You
and
decided to go
in
to
the
Panama.
in the midst of trying to find her this rare stone
no.
for one of her necklaces.
No.
I was abducted by
She's
pirates,
going off on one of her damn rants again.
and I barely made it back in time. And you know what she said to me, Judy's? She said, "You're a dumb bitch." And I said, "That's all I've ever wanted in my life, was to just get validated for doing something for my friend," and she couldn't even give that to me. So Judy's, what do I do? Signed, Anita, new friend.
Wah, wah, wah.
And that's where we're gonna leave it.
Listen,
That's where we're gonna leave it
I
this
would
week.
like to invite y'all to leave
Write a
some
comment.
comments. Yeah, write some comments.
Write a comment.
And send us an email when you make your comment.
So we can
let
give
us
you
know.
a free
And
Punching
we're gonna.
Judys
They're
sticker.
gonna. It may be a week or two.
Yeah.
But we'll start making a list.
Yeah.
Checking it twice.
Gonna find out whose comments are great.
And whose comments are nice.
No, nice isn't good enough. We want a great comment. We don't want nice.
Yeah. But
Okay?
we'll send you a sticker.
Yes, a free
And
sticker.
thank you for your time. And we want you to subscribe.
Friday.
We're not gonna listen. If you send us the email, we're both too lazy to be doing an email list or anything. We're just gonna send you a sticker. You're not gonna get tortured by us with endless emails and
We're not
crap.
fishing. This isn't a fishing
We're
scam.
not some big American corporation that just wants to torture you.
I mean,
We're really sending you because we just want to give you a nice little thing
I
and
do
let you
want
know.
to torture you, but I'm not a big American corporation.
Well,
I'm a small.
but you know what I
American
mean. Have you ever
corporation.
shared your email and you
Oh,
thought,
well, I have fake emails for that. Yeah. All right,
you know what I'm saying? We're
yeah.
not going to do that.
We're not
going to
do it. We're going to give you the sticker and shut up.
You'll get the sticker, and that's about all you'll hear from us.
All right, girl, let's close this.
Are you
shit out.
ready?
Shall we do it?
The
Time has come to say goodnight. It's later than you think. We've had some laughs, shared some fun, and toasted with
some
with a twink.
drinks.
Until next time, we have to say, whenever that may be, please do that thing we've always asked. And please subscribe for free.
Good
All right,
night.
good night. Bye.
Good night, girl.
Happy 10 episodes.
Yeah, woo. Next week is 11.
11. Ooh,
I know.
That's two
so exciting.
sticks.